Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 146 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we are just working on designing a new resource production module, basically, that uses ceramic filters instead of the old coal filters, because then we don't have to bring in fuel for all of this. And that's just a little bit nicer, I think, even though it actually makes the setup bigger. We need... Let's just pin this. We need 4 machines doing this. We also need more machines making our purified water. And we are currently doing that from oxygen and hydrogen. We also need the purified water for other things though. Like this stuff. Sulfuric acid. But I think we have more than enough gas to make even more. We need to double this. Maybe we should just include this in a full block for a second. We'll clean this up after, but let's just have a look. If we want to produce 7.5 of this, what did I do? 7.5. We need stuff. This stuff, basically. And yeah, that takes some purified water. We need this stuff as well from this stuff. That takes purified water. It doesn't take a lot though. Why do we have 4 machines doing this? I'm not sure. So we get this from this recipe. And we get this from this recipe. That also gives us our gases. And we process this into purified, sulfur. All this stuff. Why does it look like this produces more purified water than we need? Because it's taking in purified or sulfuric wastewater now. So that is stupid. If we do the matrix solver, that should fix itself. Why do we have a deficit of sulfuric acid though? Am I just being stupid? I feel a little stupid here. Of course, I scaled this up a lot because then we use all of these gases and only get one output. That's a little... oh, two outputs still, but we get rid of the oxygen. But that is not really the problem here. We only produce 1.1 of this stuff per second for all of this. We need more. Something is up with this stuff. Am I just being stupid? Did the coal filters actually give us sulfuric wastewater or something like that? No, but it gives us more sulfuric wastewater to use the charcoal filters. So that makes sense, I guess. Does that mean we don't want to do ceramic filters? It means that we need to continue this fuel line and bring it in wherever. But the build is smaller with this. And we get sulfuric wastewater out that we need for sulfuric acid. We are clarifying a bunch of the wastewater at this point, but that could change at any point. And we can just produce more fuel. I feel like that means we use coal filters forever. Are there any problems with that? I just wanted the water or ceramic filters because it's, well, we don't need this input, and that is a simplification. And we would only really have to design it once anyway. But now, if we have to bring in sulfuric wastewater, where would we get that extra wastewater from? Or sulfuric acid for that matter. I don't think we want that. So let's continue with coal filters. I wish I had thought of that before we started doing all this. So we want a new thingy for ammonium. Why can we not fit this in here? It was just the transport belt is in the way. Yeah, for some reason I thought it said something about a groundwater ball. It would have been nice if we could just clean up this area, but it isn't so, so we just ignore it. Robots should help build this. Also, we should probably just extend the range in here, just to make sure that everything will be connected. And then we need our new chunking setup here. Actually, let's just get a blueprint of this with the new logistic range or logistic zone extender. Just so we remember that and don't make mistakes with it. So we want our output from this to go directly down into this setup in here. Yep. We need more belt though. Do we have belt here? Yes, we do. I think it is up here though. Good, and then we need another ammonium processing thingy down here for the other belt input. I think we will just swap the input and output around here, just to make that a little simpler. Maybe this isn't really any simpler. How about we just do this instead? This is like the old setup for the fuel, right? Yes. And these are still connected, yes. And that should be connected as well. And this seems pretty good. I just wish our robots worked a bit faster. And yeah, since these are so far apart and away from everything else, the zone extend just doesn't help, so we will have to wait for the robots to extend the zones. Do we have enough zone extenders? No, I don't think so. Nope. Let's go grab more then. I've got to deposit those. Still need to fix iron at some point. Any other junk here? Is this junk? Where was it we used those again? It was here, so it is junk, basically. I just want to do something like this now when getting junk in, so I remember to get rid of it all. That should work. We needed some zone, logistic zone expanders thingies. And probably other stuff, like crystallizers and stuff. We don't have anything here, because of what? Red circuits. Now this sucks. Red circuits are low because of whatever is supposed to be on this belt. Is that aluminium? I think it is. Yes, it is. And that was backed up because of iron and another byproduct of some sort. So iron and zinc. Zinc is currently used for brass, which we don't use a lot of. Iron is also backed up and only used for those and something else. Steel. I do need more iron, but I don't really want to invest too much time in this when we can just sort for ore specifically. At least when we get this. And that's why we're working towards silicon and concrete. We needed more stuff here, dang it. I just forgot about everything again. We didn't get anything we needed. We can't get range extenders. We can pick some of those up from somewhere else though, just to get this to work. Well, even if we get it to work, we can't sort it yet. Because we don't have the blue or tier 3 sorters. So this stuff... Didn't we have... Oh yeah, these were just what we needed for that. We need to remember to actually set this up for bobmonium instead of this. Let's just do that right now. We also need some coal filters, but we will wait with that until everything is set up and should work, I guess. What should go in here? We need some of those. Do we need pipe down here? No, that's somewhere else. Like up here, maybe? No. Where do we need pipe? Is it here? It is here. And it's just because this logistic extender is not connected to everything else. Okay. So that should be fixed when we get some more range extenders. I want to keep designing this stuff though. because then we can design our concrete production as if we had the output of this ready, and then we can just bring some manually. Is my thought right now. Just so we don't design some concrete production and need to move it later because we have moved our silicon production. And we're just designing this with tier 2 for now. Chunks are here and here. We need to update the chunking as well. Also, this needs to be duplicated up here. And of course, bobmonium is the one thing we couldn't fit into our inserters here. So these are wrong. Oh, is the geodes also wrong? Yes, it is. That can just be dragged. That cannot be done like that. Ammonium, red geode. Good. And then we had sulfuric wastewater from this, but maybe we are okay with just clarifying that actually. We have plenty already. No reason to struggle to get that out. No. So let's just clarify it, sure. So the output of this needs to be mixed with the output of this. Somewhere in here. And we can build around here. So let's design something. It should be pretty simple. But still, let's pin that just to remember the numbers. And I guess since we get 2 belts in and 2 belts out, we should just design one side to begin with. I need 4 of those on each side. We need a full mixed belt going in. Full mixed belt. No, not mixed, but a full belt coming out. And we need the green catalysts in as well. Let's do that in the middle. And I guess we need a lot of input. Can't set the recipes there yet. Sort for silicon. So we need 2 of each in every second with a crafting speed of 0.75, but that's higher with this. Crafting speed of 1. Is that correct? Yes, crafting speed of 1. So that's 4 items per second. That's not too bad. How do we want to do this when we also need to power stuff? Could just power it from the middle, I guess. Doesn't work. That should work. So we need to mix stuff before coming in here. Yeah, we do. I was thinking about if we wanted to do just each have their own belt and then have a long-handed inserter. But we can't reach from here. We could of course underground this some of the way. It would make it a lot simpler, right? So one input from there. Would be nice to be able to do that, but then these can't reach. But maybe we have the long in the middle. And then the shorter ones here. Of course, they also need to be able to reach over there, but they can. Something like this. If we move those in there, and again put our power pole here, we will also be able to move everything a little bit closer together. Well, where is our inserters for the stuff then? The catalysts. We could do this and have one feed each way. No, we need two up top for this and then two down bottom afterwards. Could do it at the other ends of these, of course. I think that's an okay idea. If this wasn't in the way, at least. So have them like this. And then I guess we just do that, then the power pole isn't in the way. And then we just need rubite on one belt and then ammonium on the other. And that should work with other setups as well, right? I think so. That should take care of the input, I think. As long as we have power and stuff. Then outputs, we need to output a full belt from 4 machines. That is a lot, I think. We need some more power poles for this anyway. So maybe we just split it out still. So I want to balance each of these machines' output to both sides. Good. Oh, we can take that and mirror it. And then we should have our full setup. Except that these are not powered here. That's better. I think I like this. Though it's hard to tell. Where do we want this? First of all, I wanted to line up with these other machines. And we basically need it in the middle of these outputs. So we'll just put it right there. Do we have some more sorters in here? I cannot see it if we do. Wait, we have more crystallizers. Oh, that's just because we need these first? Yeah. Oh well. So this will be outputting a lot of silicon ore. Good. Oh, whatever these are called, catalysts down here. And we have our geodes here. Am I gonna be annoyed that the geodes are at the bottom of this setup every time? So we have to do something like this. Maybe we don't need to do that here. I'm not sure. Did we get red geodes out of that? Yes. Why do we want those? Probably right next to this. And where does it need to go? Down here. This is not right. And this is not right. Have I made that mistake all over? Yep. Looks like it. Let's see if we can't fix that. Please let me through. We want reds in on this belt that we haven't finished for some reason. Could just run it on the left of this. Sure. And I'm out of build again. It's supposed to be here. Light greens. We'll fix that when we come to it, I guess. Why are these undergrounds? No reason for that, I don't think. Unless we need to bring this onwards down. But we'll figure that out later. We need this powered, of course. I think we're just gonna run that from up here. And then we just need the bubmonium to actually be produced. Guess we should have focused on one of these setups first. Can we just steal these from here? And help here. And we're still not getting all the way. But we can fix that moment or temporarily with this. Are the robots coming? Yes, good. So that should hopefully finish this. These might start attacking our stuff. We'll look at that later, I guess. And anyway, even if we get it in here, we can't sort it yet, because we don't have the tier 3 sorters. But we will have an output, or two full belts here of silicon ore that we can use. One of them for concrete. Yep. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.